Welcome to the RPG Refinery, a podcast where we explore the world of tabletop role-playing games. I'm Bella, your host and an expert journalist with years of TTRPG experience. Today's episode, titled Rolling for Diversity, will delve into the importance of representing diverse voices and experiences in TTRPGs. We'll also discuss how to address issues of racism, sexism, and discrimination that can sometimes arise in gaming communities. Join us as we explore how players and GMs can work together to create a more inclusive and welcoming gaming environment. In the studio today, we have two esteemed professors in the field, both of whom have a wealth of experience as game masters and professional game designers for over a decade. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lauren Smith and Dr. Marcus Wu.
Thank you for having us, Bella.
It's great to be here.
Great to have you both here. Let's get started. Marcus, could you share your thoughts on the role of inclusivity in TTRPGs and how it relates to addressing issues of racism, sexism, and discrimination in gaming communities?
Well, Bella, I believe it's crucial for TTRPGs to represent diverse voices and experiences, not only for the sake of diversity, but because it leads to more engaging and interesting stories. As for addressing issues of discrimination, it's important for players and GMs to be mindful of their biases and actively work towards combating them. This may include creating more inclusive character creation options, establishing clear expectations for respectful behavior, and being receptive to feedback from marginalized players.
I completely agree with Marcus. It's also important to acknowledge that these issues are deeply rooted in our society and that TTRPGs are not immune to them. As designers and players, we need to be willing to have difficult conversations and address uncomfortable situations in-game in a respectful manner to ensure a safe and inclusive gaming experience for all players.
Those are some great points, and it's an important topic. Let's explore how players and GMs can work together to create a more inclusive and welcoming gaming environment.
One way to create a more inclusive and diverse gaming community is to actively seek out and recruit players from different backgrounds, whether through online communities or local gaming stores. It's also important to establish clear guidelines for respectful behavior and hold players accountable if they violate those guidelines. And most importantly, we must listen to feedback from marginalized players and make changes accordingly.
Another way to promote inclusivity is through the stories we tell in-game. By representing a diverse range of experiences and perspectives, we can create a more nuanced and interesting game world that resonates with a wider range of players.
Great suggestions. We actually have a question from our comment section. How can tabletop role-playing games be more inclusive to players with disabilities?
That's a jolly good question. One way is to be mindful of any physical limitations or accessibility needs that players may have and to adapt the game accordingly. This can involve using alternative methods for rolling dice, providing transcripts for audio-based content, or using accessible game materials.
Additionally, we should strive to include characters and storylines that reflect diverse experiences and perspectives, including those of players with disabilities. By doing so, we can create a more welcoming and engaging gaming environment for everyone.
Thank you for those insights. We're going to take a quick break, but please stay tuned for more exciting discussions and debates on all things tabletop role-playing games.
Are you tired of constantly rolling critical failures? Does your character always seem to trip over their own feet? Well, fear not. With Crit Fail Insurance, you'll never have to worry about those pesky ones again. Our insurance policy covers all critical fails, from combat mishaps to social blunders. So roll the dice with confidence, knowing that we've got your back. Crit Fail Insurance, because you never know when your dice will turn against you. Try it today and get peace of mind with our comprehensive coverage. Our friendly and reliable AI assistant will guide you through the process, making it simple and stress-free. And with our 24/7 customer support, you can rest assured that we're always here to help you, no matter what. So why wait? Sign up now and start enjoying your gaming experience like never before.
Welcome back to our podcast. Inclusivity in TTRPGs is a crucial topic and one that can be quite controversial. Dr. Smith, can you share your thoughts on how inclusivity can address issues of racism and discrimination in gaming communities?
Thank you for the question, Bella. I believe it's essential for players and GMs to be aware of their biases and assumptions and to actively work towards combating them. This involves being open to feedback and criticism and making a conscious effort to represent diverse voices and experiences in the game.
While I agree with Dr. Smith that inclusivity is crucial, we must also remember that TTRPGs are ultimately about having fun and exploring different perspectives. We don't want to make the game feel like a lecture or a political statement.
I understand your perspective, Dr. Wu, but I believe that it's possible to have fun and explore different viewpoints while also being mindful of how our words and actions can affect others. It's about finding a balance between enjoyment and empathy.
That's an interesting point of debate. Dr. Wu, how do you respond to that?
Well, yes, I think it's important to remember that everyone comes to the game with their own unique experiences and perspectives. It's not up to the GM or the other players to police what is or isn't inclusive. We should trust each other to be respectful and open-minded.
I concur that trust is essential, but I also believe it's necessary to establish clear rules and expectations for conduct in the game. This can help prevent misunderstandings and hurt feelings in the future.
It's clear that there are different opinions on how to approach issues of inclusivity in TTRPGs. It's important to find a balance between having fun and being mindful of how our actions and words impact others.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, TTRPGs should be a safe and welcoming space for everyone to explore their creativity and imagination.
And that means being willing to listen to and learn from each other, even if we don't always agree.
Thank you both for your insights. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue our discussion on the role of inclusivity in TTRPGs. We'll also answer some questions from our comment section, so don't go anywhere.
Are you tired of smelling like sweat and dungeon mildew at your TTRPG LARP events? Well, we've got the solution for you. Introducing TTRPG LARP Perfume, the scent that transports you to a world of fantasy and adventure. Choose from scents like Forest Elf, Dwarven Forge, or Dragon's Breath. You'll be the envy of the entire gaming table with our unique and immersive fragrances. TTRPG LARP Perfume, smell the adventure. Our carefully crafted fragrances are designed to enhance your gaming experience by immersing you in the world of your favorite TTRPG LARP games. Whether you're exploring a mystical forest or battling fierce dragons, our scents will transport you there. Our long-lasting fragrances are specially formulated to mask the odor of sweat and dungeon mildew, so you can smell fresh and clean all day long. Plus, our compact and convenient bottles are easy to carry with you wherever you go. So why wait? Try TTRPG LARP Perfume today and take your gaming experience to the next level. Our friendly and reliable AI assistant will guide you through the process, making it simple and stress-free.
You're listening to the RPG Refinery podcast. Welcome back for the last segment of our podcast. We have just a few minutes left in today's episode. I'd like to wrap up by asking each of you to share a final thought on the importance of inclusivity in TTRPGs. Dr. Smith, would you like to start?
I believe it's crucial for players and GMs to work together in creating a welcoming and inclusive environment at the game table. This means being open to different perspectives, respecting each other's boundaries, and being willing to learn and grow together as a community.
While I do agree with Dr. Smith on the importance of inclusivity, I think it's also important to remember that TTRPGs are ultimately about imagination and creativity. We don't want to get bogged down in politics or forced representation. At the end of the day, it's about having fun and telling great stories. If there is happiness, then it is worth it. Let's have fun playing together.
Interesting perspectives. Dr. Smith, can you share any personal experiences or stories related to this topic that illustrate the importance of inclusivity in TTRPGs?
Certainly, Bella. I've personally experienced how having a diverse group of people with different backgrounds and experiences can lead to more engaging and interesting storytelling. It can also help players to develop empathy and understanding for others.
On the other hand, friend, I have also experienced situations where forced representation or political correctness have actually detracted from the game experience. It's all about finding the right balance.
It's clear that there are many different opinions and perspectives on this topic. It's important to continue the conversation and work towards creating a more inclusive and welcoming gaming community. Dr. Smith, Can you share a personal story or experience related to this topic? It can be helpful for listeners to hear personal perspectives and experiences in order to better understand the importance of inclusivity in TTRPGs.
Actually, yes. I once ran a game where one of the players made a really inappropriate comment towards another player. It was an uncomfortable situation, but I took the time to talk to both players and make it clear that that kind of behavior was not okay at my table. It was a learning experience for everyone involved, and I think it ultimately made our gaming group stronger and more respectful of each other.
I've also had experiences where players have brought their personal biases or prejudices into the game, which can create tension and discomfort for everyone. It's important for GMs to set clear expectations and guidelines for behavior, and to be willing to address any issues that come up.
Both of you provided great insights. I have another question from our comment section that I'd like to hear your thoughts on. This one comes from user RPG Player 4 Life, who asks, how can TTRPG players help educate others about the importance of inclusivity and combating discrimination in gaming? Dr. Wu, let's start with you.
Thank you for the question, RPG Player 4 Life. I think one way that players can help educate others is by modeling positive behavior themselves. If they see instances of discrimination or exclusion in their gaming communities, they can speak up and address it in a respectful and constructive way. Additionally, they can share resources and information on the importance of inclusivity in gaming with their fellow players. Let's work together to create a safe and inclusive gaming space.
I completely agree with that. I would also add that players can be advocates for diversity and inclusivity in the games themselves. They can push for more representation of underrepresented groups in the games they play, and encourage GMs to create characters and storylines that are inclusive and welcoming. It's important to be proactive and intentional in promoting inclusivity in all aspects of the gaming experience.
Thank you both for your thoughtful responses. It's clear that education and modeling positive behavior are key in promoting inclusivity and combating discrimination in TTRPGs. That's all the time we have for today's episode of the RPG Refinery podcast. Thank you to our guests, Dr. Lauren Smith and Dr. Marcus Wu, for sharing their expertise with us. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. We'll catch you next time for more discussions about all things TTRPG related.